Next up in the range is the Elgato Key Light Neo. It's just a small light to help you look more beautiful on camera. And it comes with two mounting options. You have a little provision there to connect a stand or a different type of mount. And then it also comes with this mount, which is a thumb screw for basically connecting on top of your monitor. Let's just get it connected and show you what it looks like. The light has a monitor mount, as I mentioned before. It just screws to the base of the light, and then you basically put the light on top of your monitor and you can adjust the angle of it. The light connects to your computer via USB and has two settings, which I'll show you in a second. Once you have the light plugged in via USB, there are 4 buttons on this, which are multifunction controls too, so you don't actually need to control it with your Elgato control center on your machine, but you can do. We'll come to that in a second. The first thing is the power on button here, and then you've got 2 presets and a dial control here, which is multifunctional. Let's switch on the light first. As you see, it's quite bright and beautiful. If we use the main control here, by default, it's going to adjust the brightness of the light. The first one is a preset button, and this is set to white light. The bottom one is set to a more warmer orange light, and as I mentioned, the dial actually controls the intensity of this. You can actually change these buttons to have presets. So for example, if you wanted to turn down the brightness of this orange light, you can then press and hold this button here. The light will flash, and once it's flashed, that now is saved at that color and that preset temperature. The same for here. If I press this, this is now white light. That's a bit bright for me. I'm going to turn it down. Press and hold. It will flash, and that will save that preset as well. And it's really cool. You can actually change between the modes on this dial as well. So hitting this dial will change it from brightness mode to color temperature mode. So now if I turn the dial here on this particular preset, it's going to change the color temperature to the orange color. But I'm not bothered about that for now. I'm just going to go back to the white light here and the orange light there as a preset. As I mentioned, you can also control this light via the Elgato control center. So let's take a quick look at how you do that. Alright, so as I mentioned, you can actually control the key light with the Elgato control center software. I've just put it here at the moment, just out of frame on my monitor, and you can see when I switch it on what it's going to look like. Let's go over to the Elgato software. You can see here that I've got it set up already. It just was really easy to get connected to the control center. Plugging it straight in via USB, it popped up here. There are just 2 settings. Let's turn it on first, and I'll turn my other main light off here. So you can control the color temperature from 7,000 Kelvin all the way up to the nice warm orange light, and obviously this is controllable by the Stream Deck as well, as all Elgato products are. I'm going to set mine to around 5,700 Kelvin, which is the temperature that I want, and then I can just dial in the intensity of the light. You can see it goes quite bright. I'm turning it all the way up to 40%, which is max in this case, but I think I'll just wind this down to around sort of 9%. The idea behind this light is that you should have it as close to your face as possible to cast a nice soft light on your face. You don't want any harsh shadows on there. I only have 2 lights set up facing me at the moment. I have a softbox here from Godox, and then I'm using the Elgato Neo Key Light here, or the Key Light Neo. And it's a really nice little soft light. Get it as close to your face as possible to avoid any harsh shadows, and I think it's a great addition to the Elgato range. This is retailing for $99. It is cheaper than the standard larger panel that you get from Elgato. I think it looks great, and it's very simple and easy to use. Keep checking the playlist because there is another video coming up now on one of the other Elgato Neo products.